Welcome, heroes, to night 2 of the PAX East 2017 vlog update. I'm not taking this for the second take for or anything. You know, it's YouTube video doesn't mess up at all. Okay, well, for night 2, a lot of things happen. I got to meet up with Violet. I met up with her at, or Violet Violinaria. Violinaria, if you remember, is from Time Shot. So I met up with her at a panel with YouTube Gaming, which was the panel itself was pretty much like, I think they were more talking about like why stream on YouTube, as opposed to like just making videos, which I think it would be more interesting if they compared it more to like streaming against Twitch, but I guess not all of them necessarily did that who was on the panel. But, you know, it's just, panels are panels. But met up with Violet. We went to a game that was called Legends of Castilia, which is an interesting game that involves pretty much, it's like Risk met with Civ, and they had a bebe, and they made it for mobile, and it's a bebe. It's interesting. It's probably going to be one of the mobile games that I'll end up getting and end up playing like after I'm done with Pathfinder, which I really need to find a way to record with mobile stuff. I'm doing it right now, but it's not all that easy to capture sound for certain video games. So once I can figure out a good way to do that, I will be doing that. After that, I met up at the Servos booth. Well, not Servos booth. It was they're at Intel Gaming, which I guess it's they're just like showing off a bunch of their like capacity to play certain games. But Servos was there, and they were showing off a game called Sprint Vector, which you can see right there. Got a little headband thingy. What the? So I went over there, got to meet with them because one of the things is Servos is the people who made Raw Data, which, by the way, I have the footage for the 0.6 beta. It's on my computer. I'm going to be putting it together when I get home at some point, and then showing you guys that. But Raw Data is one of their babies, and this was one of their new ones, which this game, pretty nice. Essentially, it's a runner, which in VR, which you think, a runner in VR, that would make you vomit. But this one is not vomit-inducing. It's actually pretty fun. Essentially, the mechanics is you grab, like you hold the trigger and swing like you would with your arm, and then continue with this motion. And it's got all this like stuff that kind of like gives you feedback as you're like running, which kind of helps against the motion sickness. And overall, didn't experience any motion sickness. Now, I'm not prone to motion sickness as much in VR as other people, but they said that they didn't have much people who were getting motion sickness anyway, so it's one of those things that it can be done. You just gotta put your mind to it. But yeah, I got to play that. I played against, I think it was Master Shadow Gaming, which if you follow my Twitter feed, you'll be able to find all the things that happened throughout the day, which my Twitter feed is @HeroesandFools, for those of you who didn't know. But I believe they did like a little live stream of it as well. She only caught the end of it, but you know, it's fine. If you wanted to see, like, they did an interview of me on there, like after the game. But I may have complained about the controls, not the controls, the tracking. Essentially my left controller started losing tracking as I was doing this. So I only had my right hand for a lot of it, and I had to recenter myself at some points. And also the pulling myself up wasn't doing it perfectly, because when I pulled down with my left hand all the way down, it wasn't tracking it. I know it's excuses, but you know, it's fine. I'll beat the record tomorrow. Sure will. Actually, I'm not even sure. I'm terrible at the game. Climbing the wall is one of my Achilles heel. It's just like I keep throwing myself away, and I don't know. I'm going to be trying it again tomorrow, and we'll see how that goes. Which, tune in. I don't know if they'll live stream it again, but we'll see. So yeah, just keep an eye on my Twitter. I usually post the things that I've been talking about. But it was really fun. I'll see if I can find the link and put it in the description below once this video is up. So there you go. After that, I found some games. I found this one. Well, what was this called? It was called Abduction. but this is just kind of like a themed card from the game, which I thought was kind of funny. It's essentially a VR game that's made by either made by or in similar to the game of Myst. So it's very explorative. There's a lot of, I'm assuming, going to be mystery involved, but it's mostly going to be about the environment, which, if I were to say anything, that is the most important thing. Always be about the environment, all right? It's VR. You want to look at stuff. This was another game that I found. It was Dead Cells. I have to look. I have a bad memory, okay? But this game, you can probably see from here, very vector based or pixel based, but it's essentially like if you were to have Castlevania, more modernized but more fluid dynamics with the actual combat. It's really, really fun. It's awesome. I am definitely going to be playing it more once I actually get it. Beyond that, I got some stuff. Super Dungeon stuff. I really ought to stream this at some point. I just gotta find a good format to stream board games. Once I get that, there's a ton of board games I'd love to show you guys. I also got this Drunk Quest. Gonna get drunk and dunked all night long. Essentially, it's a drinking game that's more RPG-ish, so that's gonna be fun. Let's see. I think beyond that, I got to try out this essentially haptic feedback suit, which is actually pretty cool. Again, if you look at my Twitter feed, you'll see like pictures and whatnot that I've done of it. Unfortunately, this vlog format makes it a little bit difficult to do, but glad I had the sense to actually put the camera down. I've been holding it up, and it's just like, just put the damn camera down so they don't get motion sick. Are you getting motion sick? You getting motion sick? Okay, anyways, that was pretty much the day. Just bought some things. I tried to go to like one of the signings for Cranky Games. I don't even think I'm going to be able to make anything with the Jacksepticeye one. I'm pretty much giving up on that. There's like people go there 3 hours in advance, just spend their entire day just to meet them. I'm not that dedicated. I'm done. Okay, well, that's going to be it for tonight. Look forward to the vlog tomorrow, which, by the way, I mentioned that I was going to answer some questions. There wasn't really any questions, so I think we're just going to call it good on there. If you have any questions, do leave them in the comment section below, and I will see you guys there. But anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Take care and goodbye.